Technology. Noun. The practical application of knowledge, especially in a particular area. JoJo, a Texas man, IT guy, an all-around awkward human being. This is Techno with JoJo. Hey everybody, thanks for joining me today. So today I'm pretty much be going over the process I made of making kind of a homemade puree, pretty much while I was watching anime in the background. This did take me quite a minute to kind of get through as far as like prepping and editing and stuff, so it's kind of my first video. It's been work in the process since about last year, but pretty much going to be breaking it down, getting all the seeds and stuff out, and easiest way I've noticed I can do it is pretty much scooping it through with a spoon and guts. And I know that you can usually get specialty tools from Walmart or Home Depot for really cheap, but I figured I would just do it on the fly. So this pumpkin we pretty much got from I'm gonna say it was from a fair that was going on at my kids' school. They pretty much were doing it for like a fall festival kind of thing, and they had a lot of leftover pumpkins afterwards, and pretty much, I think it was a little after Halloween time, so my wife saw that they had a couple, and she figured, hey, we'll just take some home, and I was thinking, go ahead and crush them up and take out all the guts, and we'll just go ahead and take it home and maybe make a pumpkin puree for it, and maybe use it for like a pie or something. And unfortunately, after getting home, I did some research, looking into some recipes, and I found that I got the wrong pumpkins that you need to make that type of puree, or that you need for pumpkin pie. So instead of sitting there trying to figure out what I was going to do with this pumpkin, we do have 2 dogs, and I came up with a great idea. It's like, hey, I'll just roast these guys up and make them into a decent little puree here. So I pretty much going to fast forward through this while you can see me struggle and try to break this thing down. It was a pretty hefty pumpkin, definitely about larger than my abdomen. So, and I didn't think it was going to be that tough of a process. I mean, it wasn't. It was a pretty straightforward kind of process, but as I'm kind of breaking this thing apart, I notice, this is going to be a lot of pieces, and I figured I was going to have a lot of pumpkin, but towards the end, I didn't realize the total amount that I was going to have. So I ended up pretty much just making it and going from there and turning it into puree and freezing whatever I had left over, which was quite a bit. Gave some to family that had a few dogs, but so pretty much I started the oven 350, stuck these bad boys in while trying not to drop my phone in the process. Excuse the dirty oven, I no longer live there anymore. But pretty much pop it in the oven 350 at about 45-ish minutes. There we go, guy. So I'll go ahead and start kind of chopping some more up while I keep working here, let it cook in the background. And after a while I started noticing that this is a lot of pumpkin, and I think that was the biggest mixing bowl I had. So pretty much I'll go back and check to see kind of how it's looking. It's got a nice little browning to it. And that's pretty much how I know that should be good to go. Now I did go back in later And I think I made another batch where I flipped it kind of upside down just to see if it cooked right or cooked faster, because it just seemed to be cooking weird in an electric oven. But nonetheless, popped in another batch and kind of rinsed and repeated and continued the process. But yeah, after I took out the first batch, it's still pretty hot considering I cooked it, pretty recently. But it wasn't hot enough that it was searing my fingers, so I just kind of went and kind of carved behind the rind and put it in piece by piece, pretty much chopped it up a little bit just so when I go back and hit it with like the emulsifier, it would be a lot easier to kind of break down and turn into a puree. And I'm kind of I was doing it the bougie way with an emulsifier, or pretty much a hand mixer, I guess, if you're not sure what an emulsifier is. I know I didn't until I did some kind of like researching and watching more kind of YouTube videos. But a lot of folks will just kind of add a little bit of water to the mixture, and they'll put it like in a large blender. But that's the emulsifier. Pretty handy nifty tool. Kind of makes things quicker and a lot easier to clean up too, instead of having to take apart a whole blender and like just try to clean the cracks and nannies. There were a few times, you'll probably have to add a little bit more water. It just depends on the thickness and the consistency you want. So pretty much play it by eye. But yeah, so this was the second attempt where I went ahead and tried to do it with the rind down and the pumpkin up. So I was just trying to see if I could kind of get it to cook more, make it a little more softer. I think it did come out good like the first time, but I just want to see if I can get it softer without kind of overcooking it. But yeah, you can see after a while it kind of starts looking more of like a slurry kind of mix. Pretty much what baby food would look like, if you were to kind of make it yourself. And then from there, just kind of stuck it in some plastic containers I had laying around. And then we had quite a few, and considering we've had them there for a while, I was like, hey, might as well get a use from these. Kind of helps me prep a kind of like a side topper for our dogs whenever we feed them their dog food. And like I said, I had quite a bit afterwards, so I'd probably filled up about a good 5 or 6 half dozen of these, put the rest in the bag, and fed it to our furry friends. Whatever we had was frozen, defrosted. But in the end, it came out to be a big hit. Our youngest dog wasn't too crazy about it, but our old man, he loves anything we can feed him that's pretty much fresh, and he loved it. It was great for a side dish when it came to like Thanksgiving and stuff. But all in all, thanks for watching my video. Like, subscribe, and live free and love life.